Mark and Emma, two friends on a spontaneous road trip, found themselves lost on the winding roads near the forgotten village of Ravenswood. The fog descended, creating an eerie ambience as they navigated the desolate lanes in search of direction. Out of the mist and on the roadside. The two hesitantly in stopping by a woman on the road. She wears a white gown, stood alone and silent. Intrigued by her, Mark stopped the car. Emma insisted on offering her a ride. Seemingly lost and disoriented, the woman quietly entered the car. Mark and Emma look at each other because there's no movement of the car as she enters at the back. Once inside the car, Mark peeped through the center mirror and looked to a woman in the car. Emma asked the woman, "What's your name?" The woman replied, "I'm Amelia." Emma kinda puzzled of Amelia's face. She couldn't figure out the look of Amelia. She seems gloomy and sad. "I'm going to a shrine," Amelia said. That time they were traversing the long road of forest into the night. As they approached the outskirts of Ravenswood, the fog thickened as the two were talking. They noticed that Amelia's voice is getting low. Mark peeped through the mirror, and Amelia's form began to fade. Panic set in as Mark and Emma exchanged bewildered glances. The village loomed ahead, obscured by the ghostly mist. Amelia, now barely visible, whispered cryptic warnings about a malevolent entity that fed on the sorrow of those who encountered her. Mark and Emma, gripped by an unsettling fear, exchanged nervous glances, realizing they were entangled in something beyond their understanding. Determined to uncover the truth, they jump out their car and run into Ravenswood's small village chapel. An unsettling pattern emerged. Everyone encountering Amelia became entangled in a curse, their lives marked by misfortune. Racing against time, Mark and Emma sought answers, unaware of the ominous destiny looming over them. The unexpected twist unfolded as they discovered a forgotten ritual in the village's ancient chapel. Performing the eerie ceremony, they unwittingly confronted a malevolent entity. In a chilling revelation, Amelia's true nature was exposed, a pawn in the entity's sinister game. The entity hungered for despair, and a harrowing confrontation ensued. As Mark and Emma fought to resist its influence, tragedy struck. Emma, consumed by the darkness, sacrificed herself to break the entity's hold. Her lifeless body floats in the air within the chapel's eerie shadows. Amelia, now a freed specter, vanished into the night, leaving Mark with a profound sense of sorrow, slump in the floor crying. The unexpected death revealed that the true horror wasn't the vanishing hitchhiker seeking revenge, but the ancient evil manipulating Ravenswood's haunted legend, claiming a life in its malevolent pursuit. Mark, his heart heavy with grief, stumbled out of the ancient chapel into the fog-shrouded night. The echoes of Emma's sacrifice still resonated in his mind, the weight of her loss settling like a leaden cloak on his shoulders. Ravenswood, once a distant and forgotten village, now clung to him like a haunting specter, refusing to release its grip on his soul. The fog seemed to thicken, mirroring the darkness that now enveloped Mark's world. Each step he took echoed through the empty streets, the cold air biting into his skin. The village square, once a place of eerie revelation, now held the lingering shadows of despair. Mark couldn't escape the feeling that the malevolent entity, though momentarily subdued, still lingered in the unseen corners, waiting for another unsuspecting victim. As Mark wandered through the desolate lanes, he noticed a subtle shift in the atmosphere. The fog, once an impenetrable veil, now seemed to writhe with an energy that whispered of ancient secrets. Ravenswood's haunted history unfolded around him, revealing snippets of a time when the village was alive with laughter and joy, now buried beneath layers of sorrow. Abandoned houses whispered tales of families torn apart, their lives entangled with the malevolent force that had ensnared Amelia and Emma. Mark's hands traced over weathered photographs, each telling a story of joy turned to anguish. As he explored further, Mark discovered a hidden chamber beneath one of the houses where the village's darkest secrets were entombed. The air within the crypt hung heavy with the weight of centuries-old sins. Cryptic symbols adorned the walls, telling of a time when the villagers attempted to seal away the malevolent entity that now haunted Ravenswood. In the flickering candlelight, Mark found an old diary, its pages brittle and yellowed with age. The cryptic writing spoke of a prophecy, a tale foretelling the arrival of outsiders destined to unravel the curse. Mark's name was etched into the prophecy, intertwining his fate with the ancient evil that had claimed so many lives. Haunted by the revelations, Mark stumbled upon a passage that hinted at a possible way to break the curse once and for all. The cryptic instructions led him deeper into the labyrinthine heart of Ravenswood, where the lines between the living and the dead blurred into an indistinct realm. Determined to confront the malevolent entity and put an end to the cycle of despair, Mark followed the cryptic trail through forgotten alleys and crumbling structures. The fog, now an ally rather than an adversary, seemed to guide him toward a final confrontation that would either free Ravenswood from its haunted history or seal Mark's fate alongside those who had come before him. The night unfolded with a spectral dance of shadows and whispered secrets as Mark, marked by sorrow and fueled by a newfound resolve, ventured deeper into the heart of Ravenswood's malevolence.